Welcome back. Our next guest has appeared on our screens and in our hearts for over 40 years, starring in some of the most iconic Aussie stuff. Look at this.
Perhaps I could offer you some free advice. I don't respond well to extortion. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You can't help yourself with interfering.
Interfering? Me?
Sniff around, find people, cop or crim, that we can put between a rock and a hard place and get them to point our bells and whistles at the corrupt officers.
She can do it all, and now Sigrid Thornton is making her debut with the Sydney Theatre Company as she takes to the stage in her new show, The Lifespan of a Fact. And we're thrilled to say that Sigrid joins us now in studio. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you both?
Such a treat. All the better for seeing you and seeing you in person as well. Tell us what made you want to get back on stage?
I love stage work. There is something, well, there's the obvious flesh and blood component, which is like nothing else. So that when a stage play is really firing, there's an energy in the room that it's very hard to replicate in any other way. That said, one of the most luxurious things about theatre is the rehearsal stage, which is at least a month, sometimes 5 weeks, in which you just get to sort of play. And I call it playing in the sandpit because it's almost like that. Metaphorically, it's playing in the sandpit. You get to toss the text around. You get to, join the circle of trust with your colleagues. And if you have a good team, it's a joyful experience. And we really have had a joyful experience.
Well, we're curious as to know, like, you're taking on journalism in this way. And so tell us what you're taking on, and do we need to be scared?
Yeah.
There'll be a few little
hard
hints.
truths.
Well, not necessarily hints for you guys, but it is talking about hard truths and the lack thereof. So it's it's about the elasticity of the truth in the context of creative work. So it's based on a real event that happened in which an essayist, John DeGarda, who really is still alive, and wrote a piece for Harper's Bazaar many years ago, and it was fact-checked by a gentleman called Jim Fingal, who turned out to be amazingly fastidious and sort of for John DeGarda's liking, far too fastidious. And what ensued from that was this vitriolic correspondence about how terrible it was that he was checking his facts. And then a book emerged out of that. The guys actually became friends, and then a Broadway play emerged out of that. So it's become this sort of adventure. And it's really about, the way, and it's very relevant in a post-truth, for want of a better description, era. And it is discussing the extent to which we can play around with the truth to get to the real truth or the creative truth of any given situation.
So fascinating.
Well, this isn't the only show you're doing for the STC.
Yes.
You've got another one coming up, The Seagull, as well.
Yeah, which is one of Chekhov's 4 great plays, and I can't wait to get my teeth into that. It's very, very different from what I'm doing now, which is really, actually the Chekhov has quite a few laughs as well, but Lifespan is really very funny. It's hilariously funny in parts. It's got some pretty serious content, but it's very, very funny. And Seagull, I just can't wait. I've never done a play. I've never done a Chekhov, and he's one of the great classicists.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be
terrific,
really fun.
We were looking up some stuff here before, and there was a thing called the Sigrid Thornton effect on small towns in Australia. The Sigrid effect. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
About how, like, every time you shot something in a small town, the value of that town went up.
Goes up.
Could you do more for going around, like touring around for our country?
I could just do a sort of national tour.
You're good for real estate, Sigrid. That's what we're saying.
I could stop the rain and the bushfires, then I'd be happy. No, Bernard Salt, bless his cotton socks, coined this phrase years and years ago, and his check's in the mail every day.
Well, you do a lot for the industry as well, for our whole country, and we're so thrilled to have you in here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On the play, and we can't wait to see you again soon.
Thank you.
And tickets to The Lifespan of a Fact are available now at sydneytheatre.com.au. Get in quick. Still to come this morning, more on our breaking news. Thousands of residents across Victoria rally to defend their homes as more suburbs are inundated.